All right. Calypso, you have just made it back after failing to get the most recent divination artifact. From your point of view, we have rolled back the clock of events that have happened between the party as well as the excursion that they went on without you. So, during that time, Calypso, you have just returned, you have just had your long rest, and you are about to leave. Before that happens, you do get a sort of almost like ping from Echo to you. Echo responds and says, probability of emotional instability elevated. Probability of lethal encounter severe. Would you like me to lie and say everything will be okay? As Echo can feel what your next steps are about to be.
There ain't no point in lying to me now.
I will be with you till the end. Your lattice needle begins to violently point toward the map in front of you, as in the tree house where you guys stay, there's a massive world map, and the lattice needle points to Baldur's Gate. And Echo will say, I have finished calculating the positioning of where the most likely location of where your father is. He is within Baldur's Gate.
I guess it's time.
Understood. How shall we get there?
That's a good question.
Well, you do have two options. One of them is you can ask Echo and see if she can find something. Or two, there is Seymour Lacrum, which does have access to Teleportation Circle.
I guess I will go find Seymour Lacrum.
Yeah, he's just sort of skipping along the water, just dancing across it. Ah.
Can I ask a favor of you?
Yes.
I need to go to Baldur's Gate.
Ah. Understood. When do you need to go there?
Preferably before everyone wakes up.
Okay. You see him quickly, like, ping his fingers together in a very fast motion, and then instantly a teleportation circle appears above you, and he says, enjoy, and you are just vanished.
Okay. I don't know if you can hear me, but I say thank you very, very quietly and
Okay.
sadly.
All right. So, Baldur's Gate. You land inside of a tower. It is old and broken and barely holding on to the city. Every time it shakes, you feel like pieces of it begin to levitate up, as this is a wizard's tower that has not been pulled into New Narelle yet. So it is currently collapsing against two magnetic forces. Basically, the city is holding it down, as well as whatever sort of magic is pulling it to the sky city above. You do not see anyone around you in the general vicinity, but outside, what you really hear is almost like screaming that turns into groaning. The harbor glitters from outside the window. The districts cling to the hills like they always have. Smoke rises from chimneys. Bells hang empty in temple towers. Ships float unanchored to the dock. The city is wrong, but not destroyed. As you look around, you see Roll me a perception. What you see, people fused to streets, buildings actually breathing, animals with humanoid faces mixed with canine teeth and feckled eyes, with borrowed speech boxes that don't exactly talk quite right. With each word comes a groan, almost of pain. Doors seemingly open and close of their own fruition and change from wood to steel to gold, back to stone. And you see this all from the window of the tower that you're in. You will also know, just in case Calypso forgot, Baldur's Gate is one of the few cities that also holds an artifact in it. The artifact within Baldur's Gate is the transmutation artifact.
Echo,
Yes.
I know the artifact here that we're looking for.
Yes.
Would it just so happen to be where my father is located?
There's a very high probability about that. I cannot detect anything further within the city as transmutation magic has been casted all over. It is a web of transmutation energy. It seems everything living and non-living has in some way been afflicted with this artifact. Please do be careful. Not everything may appear as it does.
I will summon Porter to my side.
Yeah. Let me drop him in, and then I'll link you two together. Hello.
Hello, Porter. We're in a very dangerous space right now, so just keep
Activating
vigilant.
instant kill mode.
Very good.
Okay. Do you wish to leave the tower? Do you want to like climb down the stairs? Are you wanting to get to the top and just jump off of the tower? How would you like to leave this tower that you're currently in? Or you can just break the window and I guess climb down that way.
Does it seem like the safest way is just down the stairs and out?
You sort of look down the stairs and what you see is a person that is melded into the stair. Their eyes are completely stoned and they're breathing heavy, and you can see their legs sticking out, and you realize that the steps down the stairs would be you stepping on those people's feet as you walk down.
Uh-huh. I'm not sure what the easiest way out would be.
Shall I
Echo,
blow
do you
a
have
hole in the
any
wall?
ideas?
That was Porter. Echo will say, the people meld with stone seem to already be taking on stone-like features. There's not to say they would feel you stepping on their feet as you walk down, but if that is too much for you, we can attempt to go up the stairs or up the ladder in the other room and see if the roof access holds anything else.
I guess we can check the roof.
Yeah, you go to the roof. The ladder itself just seems to be shifting between elements, between stone and wood. It doesn't seem to have like a person melded with it. So as you sort of climb up and push open the door, you see where there are like gargoyle-like statues across this upper temple or upper mage's tower. There are people actually on like being held within the statues, and like the gargoyles slowly turn to look at you, but they can't move anything more than just their heads, and their heads can only move at a 45-degree angle. You hear Echo go, "Oh. Well. At least you're not
Interesting.
stepping on them.
Hmm. It's fine. I will just walk up to the edge
Mm-hmm. You look down, it's
and
about like 150-foot drop.
I will. Let's see. I gotta make sure that we don't die. This lasts for a minute.
You're fine.
Um. You said how high is it up?
150 feet. Porter can fly.
Oh. I was just gonna cast Featherfall on us
That
and
works
watch how of us
too.
fall off the edge.
I mean, that works too. I just wanted to let you know in case you didn't.
I didn't know that Porter could fly, but I could also fly.
Yeah, he has his fly speed is half his movement speed, so it's 15 fly speed.
He flies really slowly.
I mean, he is a golem.
He is. I was trying to find my fly. I know I have it somewhere. There it is.
Okay, you cast fly.
Yeah, we'll just fly in the direction that we go.
Porter walks to the edge and just like dives off with you. You watch as he sort of plummets at first, and then like these like arcane like thrusters sort of like propel him upward, and he just slowly moves. As you guys sort of fly down, are you wanting to like touch the ground, or are you trying to like stay above the rooftops?
For now, we'll just stay above the rooftops.
Yeah, so as you guys start flying around, go ahead and make me a perception check as you reach the heap side.
$15.
Okay. So as you cross,
Crazy, get off of me.
so as you cross these streets, you see the roads ripple as things walk upon them. Some are still cobblestone, others have become smooth enamel, like teeth ground flat into the street. Certain alleys shift positions when nobody is looking. A person can enter an alley in Brampton and emerge in a pantry in the upper city with flour in their mouth. No memory of how they got there. Some streets whisper directions, others beg not to be stepped on. You see, as you cross over with a 15, a small child's chalk drawing on a wall slowly peels itself free and becomes a flat, paper-thin version of a child and runs screaming into a drain.
I want you to know my brain immediately went to SpongeBob.
I want you to know my brain went immediately to Chalk Zone, but that's where we are. As you pass over buildings, many buildings have partially transmuted into organs of the city. You see taverns themselves begin to breathe and swell. Warehouses sweat salt water and spray it upon the city, and you see steam rise. Temples bleed wax from outside of their walls. Noble estates' windows blink as if they're watching you. Some doors have mouths instead of locks. Inside of rooms are stacked vertically like lungs. You see the people that were sleeping there sleep inside warm, breathing chambers.
I am uncomfortable.
As you continue to fly further around, you see the citizens of Baldur's Gate have become divided into 3 groups. There are a few unchanged people that you see running around, terrified, hiding, their faces covered, not from shame, but because they don't want to be noticed. Many of them have masks they put on as you fly above them, to look like their faces are turned to stone. You then pass many of the city's denizens are the altered. Some have minor changes, glass fingernails, feathers under their tongue, hair that grows into wire, eyes like polished coin. Others are tragic monstrosities, a fisherman whose hands are now fish, A mother whose children are fused to her shadow. A priest whose prayers physically crawl out of his mouth like tiny golden insects. A butcher has become a living meat hook, still sobbing apologies. You do not see the third group, just out and about. After circling the city for about an hour, what is it that you're trying to find? Are you trying to find where he could be, or trying to find like a safe place?
I'm just trying to find him.
Echo will respond, maybe we should check the noble cities, the noble side.
Okay.
So as you guys sort of fly over to like where like the nobles are and like the temples and everything up in the upper city, you guys begin to search. The upper city is almost untouched. Streets are clean, the gardens bloom, noble estates glow warmly at night, but their windows still have this seemingly noticeable blink. But the nobles, the ones you see, they're completely silent. Some are just standing outside, embracing the light, unmoving, not talking. There's quite a few houses here. Which one would you like to start with, Mistress? Says Echo.
And she can't get a pinpoint because of the magic that's in the air.
Correct.
Maybe we should... I don't know if he'll be in one of the houses or if he'd be in the temple.
We can check both if you'd like, Mistress.
I guess we'll just go one by one and the temple.
Okay. So you head into the first temple. You open the door and you see broken temple glass or church glass across the ground. This temple has not been used in a long while. Prayers that were leaching from the people's mouths were more of desperation than of true religion, as religion is not common anymore because of the divine collapse. As you begin to look around, you see divine magic is unstable. Prayers have become physical things. Some are beautiful like silver birds, golden threads, and warm light. Others horrifying. You see about 13 or so people among the pews praying. Confessions out of some of these people come out as black worms. A blessing becomes a rash of glowing eyes. Hymns play a long strip, skin covered in written music. The temples are full of old symbols and gods that have melted and fused into incorrect holy symbols, bastardized versions of what they truly mean. You come across an old text. This temple smells of candle wax, rainwater, and bloodless flesh. Hues have growing roots into the floor, and the altar has split open like an egg. Inside it is a kneeling figure of melted holy symbols. The figure slowly turns its head to you. A dozen divine icons shift beneath its skin. Which god would you need me to be?
None.
He turns away and goes back to praying. This is not good.
No.
Roll me as you sort of like walk out of this one and get near like another temple near a noble's house. Roll me a perception with advantage.
I need to switch my dice.
Go ahead and switch them and then re-roll it.
I just don't know which ones to use. We'll try the amethyst ones, which is what I wanted to use before, but I've been using my blue ones with her. Perception.
There you go.
Much better.
With a 30, you overhear like a door open to a nobleman's home, and you hear someone say, "My husband came home, but wrong." Another person said, "The healer said the bones were braided."
Ooh.
You then hear, as you begin to walk, you hear more, almost like people talking in half conversations, but you don't see people, and then you look down and you see people in the stone talking to one another. You hear someone say, "Something under the city is stitching people together. They aren't making
under the city.
They aren't making monsters. They're making attempts."
Well, doesn't that fucking sound familiar?
As you come across and begin to realize, like, more and more rumors get spread, you come across this dock worker that is fused to this fishing cart. Give me a... You can either give me investigation, arcana, medicine, engineering, or perception, or sorry, not engineering. Investigation, arcana, medicine, survival, or perception.
I have advantage on investigation.
That's fine.
Wow.
Wow, a nat 1 and a nat 20 is crazy, my guy. Did you see? Did you fucking... Wow. Screen. There we go. The first victim, the docked worker. You see immediately notice that his skin is fused with crab shell and is beginning to grow his own. His ribs sticking out of his body are metallic now and ripping through flesh like butter, as if he's stabbing himself with his own rib. You then notice under his jaw is a secondary jaw. And as you investigate him further, you see him also go, "Please, make it stop feeling everything."
I'm sorry, he says what?
"Please make it stop feeling everything."
Are you asking me to end your life?
You see his eyes flicker to you. Tears slowly begin to stream as I think the man himself finally has the courage to say yes.
I guess I will...
Shall I obliterate him, mistress? Points a hand cannon at his head.
I turn my head away and I say, "Handle that, Porter."
Firing. And you just hear a... And when you go to look again, you just see a burn smear. The metal melted into the ground.
Oh my god.
Handled. We need to continue, mistress. I sense we are being
it's just
watched.
hard. So, do I get the sense that the things that people are saying that there's things happening underneath the city, and it seems awfully familiar to me because that's what my father did. Can I glean that I need to get under the city then?
Absolutely. There may be an entrance to the sewerway in the lower city. It would make the most sense that there would be an entry there rather than in the nobles.
Guess we'll head that direction.
As you guys begin to travel to the lower city, you are greeted with a child. And you see that on one side they have 2 arms, and on one side they have 1 big arm. It looks at you, and in 2 voices, one is whimpering and crying, one is whispering. You said we were insufficient.
I'm sorry.
Have you seen my brother?
I haven't.
Okay. You see the child turns away from you, and the backside of his head is a different face of a different child.
Yep, I assumed he was probably merged with his brother.
As you guys continue further into the lower city, you begin to discover this sort of like, almost like slime. An echo will ping you and say, Calypso, I am discovering arcane residue, very recent. I am able to track this. Would you like me to begin?
Yes.
Pattern recognized. Transmutation artifact confirmed. Modification detected. Exceed standard transmutation. Matter is not being changed. Existence is trying to be rewritten. Not just flesh. He is transmuting biology, magical signatures, memory, soul, architecture, and identity. I believe... You see Echo get quiet. I believe, Calypso, he's trying to build you again.
Well, we're just gonna have to stop that, aren't we?
Follow this.
Let's go.
And you see like this beam of green light sort of like leech out of you, and you're basically seeing in front of you like the GP, like when you have GPS maps, it's basically like an arrow pointing you in like which direction to go until you reach the end of the street, and then it'll continue going. As you go further and further, you eventually make it to the east way, and there is a mouth that descends into the sewer, like this massive gate. It is currently locked.
Okay. Porter, can you get us in?
I shall try, mistress. Porter walks over, and as he fires at the gate, you watch his bullet redirect back at him, and Porter goes flying into a wall and says, I have taken damage. I shall be okay. Porter begins to rise up. You notice behind Porter, he has like flattened 3 people.
Let's see. I don't know.
Make me an investigation check.
Okay.
With a 24, you sort of watch the mouth, and you are seeing up on like the roof of like the mouth, because there's like a lip. So the way it looks is there's this giant mouth opening made of like stone. Within it is a gate that is locked. But above, like on the roof, the awning essentially, like before you would reach the gate, there are 3 rotating rings. And you notice one is the symbol for flesh, one is the symbol for soul, and one is the symbol for structure. You realize it's some sort of engineering puzzle.
Because I am great at puzzles. I'm not great at puzzles.
Says the Artificer.
Yeah, but I don't have an artificer's brain.
You're fine. You're fine. Um, you can take your time to sort of look at it, and you see 3 rings: flesh, soul, and structure. They need to be placed into the correct order.
In the gate or above, like where they're floating?
Where they're floating, so you would have to like stop them and sort of kind of like Skyrim, when you would use like the claw quest in the dungeons. You rotate the symbols until they match the claw sort of situation. That's essentially what you're doing. You're rotating the symbols until they're in the correct order. There are only 3 symbols: flesh, soul, and structure.
Okay. Flesh, soul, and structure. Let's do... They're not in any... They're just... Are they floating in, like... Are they changing positions, or...
So all 3 rings have all the same symbols on them. They're just all constantly rotating.
Okay. I will try to stop them in...
As soon as you like touch it, like a holographic image appears in front of you, and you hear, "Please input the correct code." And like a holographic rune sigil appears above you, and it asks you to input all 3 sigils in the correct order. Echo goes, "You've got this. I believe in you."
I was hoping for more from you, Echo, but okay.
All right. What would you like to know?
Do you have an idea of the correct order?
You will hear Echo say to you, "Let me see. What should start first? Between the 3, which one do you think happens first? Because I think the positioning is in order of importance. So what is important first? Flesh, soul, or structure?"
Structure.
You put in structure, and a symbol glows blue.
Flesh.
Another symbol glows blue.
Soul.
The gate opens. Structure stabilizes flesh. Soul gives motion. Power sustains all. And the gate opens. Okay. You descend into the sewer?
Yep.
Okay.
Trying to figure out why my friend's mom just texted me and asked me what I was doing today.
As you enter the sewer, it begins to open, and you are standing in front of a staircase. Down at the bottom. You may have to move the screen down a little bit, but it's down at the bottom.
Okay.
As you and Porter like walk in, you will watch as Porter's eyes go dark And you hear Echo say, Calypso, if you take any further steps, it seems this sewer, underground sewer, has magic blocking active, as well as anti-magic sigils. I may not be able to immediately respond to you. You will be on your own.
Does that mean Porter no longer works?
It seems he is deactivated while near the entrance.
If I don't know how they work. Can I unsummon him?
Yeah, you can unsummon him.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and do that.
Okay.
So you're telling me my magic won't work past this
Your
point?
magic may be severely limited. The only magic that may work is the ones connected to your vestiges.
Well, we have a mission and we've come this far.
First point of order, we could be to find whatever magical interference is currently active and turn it off, but that may also alert other things. Up to you, Calypso.
We can attempt it.
Okay. I shall start detecting where it is located.
And I will wait for her to give me direction, and then I will move forward. A general location, since you won't be able to pinpoint me once we're up there.
Okay. So, do you, as she sort of relays information back to you, I seem to have found it. It is in the far right corner of this underground sewer. Seems to also be a holding zone as well. Do be careful.
A holding zone. What does that mean?
He is holding experiments here.
Do you think if I remove the barrier, those experiments will come for me?
There is a chance if they do not have any semblance of mortality, they could just be rampaging. But there is also a chance that they may just flee into the city.
I'm gonna take my chance.
Understood. I will be here watching. As you take your first steps up into the underground sewer, I will reveal more. The air below is warm and wet, carrying the smell of alchemical acid, old blood, scorched hair, and something sweetly rotten beneath it all. The stone walls sweat pale fluid, blood smear across the tiles in long, dragged streaks, as those bodies were moved to room while still alive. Strange lamps glow in a sickly green, blue, and yellow tone, casting in the halls in a color of bruises. Crates smashed open, tables overturned, doors splintered from the inside. Somewhere deep in the complex, something metal scrapes against stone. Then a voice, thin and trembling, echoes in the room nearest you, to your right. Please. Please. Anyone?
I will look in the room.
Yep. you see in the room there is a person, bald head, cuts across their body, chained down, and also on the like wrapped around on top of them, like this metallic structure holding them down onto the chair. Please, don't let him operate again, please. Please, I don't want to be fixed. It will be this room that you're hearing. Let me move you. So right there. And let me uncover that.
Is the door locked?
The door to the room is not locked. It is a wide open stone room. As soon as like you get near the door, you can see that it wasn't even fully latched.
I can't leave them. I can't watch him experiment on people like he did me. I will move into the room.
You move into the room, and that is where you see fully the extent. There is IVs and wires sticking out of this person. There are metallic objects, some of it holding his skin open to where you can see inside of his stomach cavity and seeing his intestines move. Please. It hurts so much.
I can't do anything. I don't have any magic right now. To like close his wounds. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry.
Run. Don't let him take you like he's taken so many.
I will not let this go on.
You see this person.
I will not let this go on.
You see the person just kind of shut their eyes and just try to like sleep through the pain.
I will turn my eyes from him and slowly head back out into the hallway.
As you slowly turn around in the room that you're in, you see like one of those like human anatomy posters, except in this one it is an anatomy poster of your biological makeup sort of like stretched across, stating what he needs, and you can see multiple things have been checked off.
He's harvesting from other people to try to create me. I move out into the hallway, and as I do, I stumble to the side and kind of throw up.
Mm-hmm. Where would you like to go from here? I'll try to uncover as much as I can. So like this is also another room. There's also another room up here. And then there's this hallway right over here.
Well, Echo said to the right, okay. So...
As you begin to make your way up, the door to this room is closed and latched.
Can I see into it?
It is a solid wooden door. There isn't any bars to see through.
What the hell? Sorry, she texted me back. I
You're
don't know
fine.
what she wants, but
You're
apparently
fine.
it involves me.
You're like, now is not the time.
Now is not the time. I'm sorry, did you say I could see in?
You cannot see, and it is a solid wooden door. There is no bars.
Can I sense, like,
Mm-hmm.
the magic that the lack of, I'm trying to think of the wording.
Like you're trying to like see if you can reach out and like feel nothing from anti-magic.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you can definitely sort of like hold in for a second and see if you can reach out. Make me an Arcana check. See if you can like sort of push your own magic out.
Huh. Hold on. Let me see. I don't know if I took it for her or not.
An Artificer.
I do have lucky.
Do it.
Okay.
You know how close it was to
Okay.
another one again. It's right there on that edge. Yeah. So with the 29, you sort of reach out and push your magic out, and as you do, you feel it sort of seep to the door, and it's almost like pulled away from you, like a breath.
Okay.
It does feel like it was pulled inward from past the door.
I will attempt to open the door.
Yeah. It is locked. Do you wish to break it down? Do you have lockpicks? How would you like to open it?
I don't think I have any lockpicks.
Well, I mean, you got a hammer.
I do have a hammer.
That's a lockpick to some people.
Oh, I do have thieves' tools. Fuck yeah.
Would you like to try them?
Yes.
As an artificer, I believe you get the ability to have proficiencies. Yeah, you have proficiencies in thieves' tools.
Yeah, the tools that I have proficiency in.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check since you have proficiency, and you will add your dex modifier to them again. So it's basically, it's sleight of hand and then add your dex modifier again.
Okay, so this will be whatever I roll plus 5.
Yeah, and then plus an additional 5 from your dex modifier.
So 23, 22.
22, yeah. You sort of like begin to unlock this, and first time ever, thieves' tool, I think, for Calypso. As you attempt to do this, the door sort of like swings open, and you see something held in like a metallic cage, its body stretched across the room, and you see runes pulsing around it. You're not quite sure what it is, as there is no light in this room other than an eerie blue light that is facing directly at you.
So it seems like the runes are the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Well, disrupt the runes.
You walk in, and how would you like to disrupt this first rune that's on the ground in front of you?
Well, shit, my hammer does really well against the ground.
It does. Do you wish to smack the ground?
I do.
Make me an attack roll. Yeah. You smash in, and as you break this first rune, you see the body of this creature becomes more almost like viewable, and you can tell what it is stretched across this room, each tendril being held against a stone barrier, its body seemingly long since dead. but a singular eye in the center, casting a blue octurnal glow that he is using.
Is that a motherfucking beholder?
Mm-hmm. He is using the center eye of a beholder for his anti-magic, and he is reflecting and condensing that light across all of the sewer.
So, do I need to break all of the runes to gain access to the beholder?
You know, I mean, I will let Calypso, since you have like a 20-something above intelligence, you know that the anti-magic field is coming from the eye, the center eye of the beholder. If you can get rid of the eye.
Okay. I don't know if the runes are protecting the beholder. I will attempt to, well, if I attempt and it attacks, well...
The beholder, like I said, the beholder itself does not look alive. Its body looks like it's rotting. The only thing that is being kept alive is the centralized eye.
Okay. I will attempt to attack the eye.
Go for it. Make an attack roll.
$25?
Yeah, 25 hits.
Okay. Let's see. Plus 2d8. Okay. And I just wanted to make sure what my hammer did.
No, you're good.
So a total of 25 damage.
Yeah, you smack into this centralized eyeball, and it sort of like explodes, and you are covered in eye juice. But the blue light is gone. And you can feel your magic returning, and you can hear Echo say, "I have returned. You can hear me now. Please note, I do still sense that this version of your father has a similar magic item to you."
Probably the lattice.
No, it's not the needle. He also has a ring to conjure and summon his own porter.
That's great. And I summon Porter back to me.
But I do believe
Porter on Porter.
I do believe the way the rings work, he would be able to try to control this porter, just as you would be able to control this porter.
Does that mean I control his Porter?
I believe you guys share one. He just has not summoned this one. Because you're on the same plane, the same reality. The ring you have is a ring for Porter from a different reality. It was on a different version of your father. But it all still connects to the same Porter. It's essentially like Bluetooth. Like the moment this, even though there's two rings for one Porter, Porter can attune to as many rings as possible because they're all technically attuned to Porter, regardless of the reality. So in this reality, there's only one Porter, but there's two rings.
I gotcha. Alright.
So there's a chance he could use Porter against you, but there is also a chance you could use Porter against him. It'll be a battle of the wills if it comes down to that.
I will keep him with me until we reach him, and before we enter, I will unsummon Porter.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Kind of like out of sight, out of mind, maybe he...
Yeah, I get what you're doing. Yes, that's totally fine. Okay.
Alright.
Okay. Let me link you and Porter together. Not the Beholder. Beholder stays.
Are you sure you don't want me to have a dead beholder following me around?
I mean, do you want to take its body parts? It is just there.
No.
Okay.
I'll leave the rotting corpse there.
You do feel like your magic has returned.
Okay. I don't know if she would have much knowledge on beholders.
What do you want to do now? Do you wish to continue down this hallway? I will say as you get there, it is revealed more to you. So would you like to continue down this way, or would you like to go through the final door along the other one?
I don't know if there's anything that I could find that would be useful here. I could end up running into a trap.
Completely up to you.
We'll explore a little bit more.
Okay. So you're going to go up toward the final room on the right corner?
Yeah.
Okay. The door is no longer locked. As you have deactivated that sort of defensive magic, it is gone. Do you wish to just step through the door?
I will look into the door.
Yeah, you look into the
See what I
door.
can see.
Yeah, you look into the door, and what you see is a dark room and a bunch of tables that have like these singular green objects on them.
Okay. I will enter the room and investigate the objects.
Yeah. As you enter the room, you look around, and what you see from the beginning is... One second. That's that one. Hello. You see inside of these like green looking objects, they're almost ovals like eggs against metal table that is set up vertically. Each metal egg is about the size of you.
Is he incubating people?
You notice that they are fogged up on the outside. Do you wish to investigate further?
Yes.
As you sort of like roll me an investigation check, and you're like sort of like wiping some of like the fog off of the outside of this metallic object, the condensation. Oh my god. With a natural 20. The room, as you look around, there is all this research data and information. He is attempting to harvest fluid from the individuals he's captured, but not just like normal blood and other things. He's trying to condense their magical capabilities down into fluid form. You look inside of these eggs and see the barrels are of a transmutation slurry. Blue distilled basins bubbling softly. The remains of alchemical ingredients mixed with flesh. Tubes clogged with hair and cartilage. With a natural 20, the horrifying discovery that you have is the barrels are each labeled something different. One is bone softener. One is soul suspension medium. One is memory solvent. One is stability feed. And the final one is organic reset compound. The barrel over here has split open. Inside are not chemicals, but the dried, liquefied, what used to be liquefied remains of people that were caught by his filters. You see in another one of these like metallic glass objects. The insides are liquefied people. Faces rises and sink in the mixture like bubbles trying to become human again. As you like wipe away the fog, and it disturbs the inside, a hand pushes up inside the fluid, grasping blindly, but there is no face connected to it.
I will stumble back.
Porter pulls out the hand
And-
cannon. Shall I disseminate?
I don't think there's anything we should do here. I think the damage has already been done.
Understood. Nothing to do.
And I will run out and retch again.
Yeah. And do.
I think at this point I have tears forming,
Mm-hmm.
and I am just, I'm slowly boiling.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't know the full extent of what it was necessary to do to create me in my reality. And I would like to think that my father didn't
Mm-hmm.
do all of this to bring me back, but I have no idea. Because I was just there, then I was gone, and then I was there again.
Well, we'll have to find and ask him if all of this was necessary, Calypso. As you make your way to this part of the room, there we go. One second. I believe it's this one. Yes. Okay. 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 So, as you step into this room, it is a circle pedestal chamber. You can tell what looks like in the center. This is where most of the transmutation energy has been consecrated. In the center is a stone-like plinth that seems to be carved with the symbol of transmutation. You do not see the artifact here, but the power that is coming off of that singular stone feels like it just was used, like within hours.
Oh, what's down there?
As you begin to descend down there, let me uncover it.
Ow! I just dropped my phone on my ankle.
Girl.
I am a mess.
As you descend down there with Porter, what you end up finding right top left. I think it's this one. Yep. Okay. Upper middle, 1 second. Middle. Okay. So this one. So what you see here is as you enter, this room was once records chamber or storage room. It's partially collapsed, but the desk and shelves remain. When you come in here, you may do a perception, investigation, arcana to look around and see what you can find.
'23 investigation.
Okay. As you sort of find torn notebooks, patient ledgers, broken specimen jars, containing eyes, teeth, fingers, things that might have once been organs, a large desk covered in diagrams of a human body crossed with geometric runes, a half-finished sketch labeled, Ideal Vessel, must withstand recursive alteration. You then find inside of a drawer a stack of wax tablets impressed with screams. When touched, they play the final words of a subject. But my son won't know me anymore. Please keep my face. You said this would heal her. I can still feel the others inside of me. You come across a written journal. The page reads, Single subject refinement continues to fail. Combined subjects produce stronger frames. Identity remains the greatest containment. Idea. Need a stronger will. A stronger person. And then you get to a line that shocks Calypso more than anything. New thought process. Instead of trying to reinitialize the Lattice program with another created body, use an already strong-willed person to make them the Lattice. Idea. Use myself.
As I'm holding this notebook, is there anything else in it?
No, that was the last thing written in this notebook.
I do. Okay. I begin to set the room on fire.
Okay. Begins to burn.
And the last thing I throw as I walk out of the room while it's burning is the notebook.
Okay.
And as I come back out, I have the thought that perhaps I should set all the rooms on fire.
Do you wish to do that? Do you wish to go back and start doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you begin to set the other rooms on fire, you come back to that room with that person locked inside. Do you wish to try to break them out now?
If I detach them, what is the probability that they'll die immediately?
There's a high probability they will die immediately.
I will lean over and I will say, do you wish for me to end your suffering?
They whimper, yes.
I will end them before I set the room on fire.
Okay. Do you wish to end it, or are you asking Porter?
I will do it.
Okay. A sickening crack across their head, their light in their eyes goes out forever.
More trauma. She's a traumatized girl.
As you begin to light the rooms on fire, you hear something speak to you. There we go. You hear, "Ah, there you are." Do you know how difficult you were to find? This is kind of coming across the entire sewer, like almost like a can't even think of the word, but like intercom system, kind of like an intercom system.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how difficult you were to find? Reality is messy. Fractured timelines, unstable causality, anti-weave interference, an absolute nightmare for indexing. And yet, I knew you would come. You were always so curious, always trying to understand how things work. Why the stars moved, why gears turned, why people I touched broke. You've grown. Your lattice has stabilized beautifully. Structural reinforcement along the thoracic seems improved. Adaptive harmonics in the spinal chambers elegant. You survived better than expected. Do you hate me? No, of course you do. That is the amusing thing about children. They judge outcomes, never equations. So let us correct your assumptions. Please, join me in my lab, Calypso. Your dad wants to see you now. What does Calypso do?
I move forward. I don't say anything.
Okay.
But my blood is boiling.
Okay. And heard. Again, there we go. Adding all this stuff in. Wonderful. And then we grab this. Okay. So you begin to move up and let me uncover. Do you wish to investigate this room, or are you just moving?
I will glance around.
Yeah,
I
so...
don't think I'm gonna hover long, but
Mhm.
I will take a quick glance.
Yeah, you look around and you can see this was his operating room. The tables are designed to hold people down.
Okay.
As you pass over like what look like deceased bodies, you hear them speaking and say, "Daughter? Daughter? You're back." Do you wish to go any further with Porter, or do you wish to just leave him right here?
I will unsummon him.
Alrighty. Group and unsummon. Gotcha. He gone. Okay.
Okay.
So you continue to make your way down. Give me just a second. Save. Oh my god, sometimes I just hate the vertical screen for D&D Beyond map system because sometimes it just doesn't like me. As you enter this room, you see working at a table, fiddling around with some type of artifact in his hand. You see him, and I will reveal it. He slowly turns around and says, "Hello, daughter."
You have no right to call me that.
Oh, but I do. You may not like it. What brings you home? You need some money. Did you get in some trouble? Make me a perception check. And I'm going to ask you, because this perception check is to see if Calypso hears something or someone else. Is Calypso giving her father full attention, or is she like, high alert, I'm ready to go in an instant?
So as angry as she is, she still knows that this is an extremely dangerous place to be in.
Okay.
So she is on high alert.
Okay. So you can make the roll just like a normal standard roll without disadvantage. Okay. With a 29 in these chests up here, you're hearing moaning. You see him sort of lift off the ground and sort of like levitate up above this cage and look at you and say, "Ah, look at you, all grown."
No thanks to you.
All thanks to me. I gave you the body that you're walking around in. You can be ungrateful for it, but we can't lie about facts.
You're attempting to create me here. You failed.
That is correct. I did fail multiple times, and I was attempting at first to create you. But then I started thinking, why create the offspring if I'm the father? You see him sort of like remove his cloak, and you can see along his body, weaved in and stitched in, he has connected things and people to him. You see, I've been building a lattice work of my own, out of my own body. And it's been coming along swimmingly. As he smiles at you, his eyes glint as if reflecting off of glass. I met someone.
Nothing's ever as good as the original, is it?
But you're not the original, are you? You saw yourself dead.
Here.
Yeah.
But I'm not from here.
He sort of floats off. Let me give you a little secret, Calypso. I'm not either. I just took over who was in charge. Been here a while, a very long while. Got to establish a lot of things with a lot of people. And the original version of me, I found him lying nearly dead in a broken wizard's tower. Pathetic, really. He had a son instead of a daughter, and he didn't even attempt biological perfection. Disgusted me, really. So, I took his title, his name, and I became him. And then the other versions of me that I found out existed in other realities, I grabbed some of them to experiment on. And I mean, they were the most compatible, of course.
So you're just an amalgamation of my father from different realities.
You could say I am the All-Father. So what? Why did you come here? To tell me I'm doing the wrong thing? To berate me? Say you're not happy with your Christmas gift? Wasn't there for your recitals? What is it? I have things to do.
You know what the cruelest part is? It wasn't the pain. It wasn't the experiments. It wasn't even dying. It was the trust. I trusted you. I believed you when you said it would work. I believed you when you said it was necessary. I believed you because you were my father, and I thought that meant something. I would have followed you anywhere, and you spent that trust like it belonged to you. Do you know what I remember? I remember the fear in your eyes when your calculations failed. I remember the pain. I remember the body tearing itself apart while the magic you loved so much consumed me from the inside. And I remember dying. Not as a vessel, not as a theory, as a failed experiment, as your daughter. But that wasn't the end, was it? Because death was unacceptable to you. Not because you couldn't bear to lose me, because you couldn't bear to fail. You tell yourself you saved me. You call me a miracle, but miracles don't wake up feeling the seams. Miracles don't remember being broken. You didn't save me. You killed me. And when death became an inconvenience to your work, you tore me apart a second time and called it love. For years, I carried that with me. Every scar, every seam, every reminder of what I am. I looked at other people and wondered what they had that I didn't. I envied the blessed, the chosen, the naturally gifted, the people who got to live ordinary lives cut apart and remade. I thought if I were smarter, stronger, more useful, more extraordinary, then maybe I would have been enough. Maybe then you would have chosen me over your work. Maybe then I would have been worth saving. But standing here now, I finally understand. There was never anything wrong with me. I was enough. I was always enough. I was your daughter. That should have been enough, but it wasn't enough for you. You looked at me and saw potential instead of a child, a variable instead of a daughter, a problem to solve instead of someone to protect. All these years I thought I was carrying my failure. I wasn't. I was carrying yours. I carried your guilt. I carried your excuses. I carried the lie that if I had just been better, somehow this never would have happened. No more. I don't envy anyone anymore. Not the blessed, not the chosen, not even the girl I used to be. Because she wasn't lacking anything. She wasn't weak. She wasn't broken. She wasn't the failure. You were. Not as a scholar, not as a mage, but as a father. You wanted greatness so badly that you forgot how to love. You wanted success so badly that you convinced yourself it was love. And the worst part is that I think some part of you still believes that what you did was justified. So listen carefully. I'm done being your miracle. I'm done being your success. I'm done being your experiment. I was your daughter, and you failed me. And for the first time in my life, I am done paying for that failure.
He stands still while you speak. No interruption, no visible anger, just observation. His crystal lens eye narrow slightly, processing micro expressions, pulse, breath, lattice fluctuations. When you finish, silence. Long enough to hurt. Then he exhales, almost disappointed. No. Quiet, flat, certain. That is an emotionally satisfying conclusion, which is likely why you accepted it so quickly. He gazes across your seams, not looking at your face, looking at the lattice, always the lattice. You believe you've reached revelation. A pause. You've reached simplification. In truth. You wish to believe there was a clean villain, a cruel father, a stolen childhood, a daughter turned victim. He tilts his head. How convenient. Now there's something colder in his voice, not anger, dissection. You speak as though love and experimentation were separate decisions. He sounds almost offended by the lack of rigor. They were not. You continue to misunderstand the central premise. His fingers flex. Floating magical instruments rotate around him. I did not choose the experiment over my daughter. He looks you directly in the eye. The experiment was love. Do you think love is measured by gentleness? By permission? By comfort? By the preservation of innocence? No. Love is measured by what one is willing to do when failure becomes unacceptable. Others grieve, others pay, others accept loss and call surrender virtue. I corrected. I refused entropy. I refused death. I refused to let it dictate the terms of your existence. He steps closer, even calmer than before. And now you stand before me, alive. Impossible. Magnificent. And you call yourself a victim. Tell me, Calypso, if I had done nothing, if I had been gentle, if I had replaced your autonomy, if I accepted natural law, would you exist? No. You speak of conditions as though existence itself is unconditional. Everything alive exists under conditions. Bone marrow pressure, magic under law, reality under structure. He points to her hammer at Echo at her chest. you of all things should understand this, then you say the problem was never you. Incorrect. The problem was never that you were flawed. The problem is that you were finite. You were fragile, mortal, temporary. We all are. And I refuse to accept that. I think your anger frees you. But the wrath you're replacing with an envy, with a target. You still envy them, the ordinary, the untouched, the naturally loved, because they were allowed to remain small. You were not. You were made for more. Your father loved the daughter. I loved what she could become. And deep down, you know which of us is right. The harm was justified.
I kind of look at him, my head tilted to the side, and a small smile plays across my lips. I say, for years I thought I needed your forgiveness. Now I think you need mine. It doesn't matter what you're doing, what you've done. It will not continue.
Are you going to stop me, daughter?
I will do what is necessary.
Are you going to kill?
To stop this evil, this disgusting experimentation. I will do what must be done.
Sad. I had hopes. He watches the floor begin to like ripple outward, sort of like just like more floor pushing you guys away, kind of like an escalator. And I need you to roll initiative as he pushes everything away, and a fight begins to ensue. Go back. Ooh, shit. Looking so good. Looking so good. Alright, you got a 21?
No idea if I can do this.
You got a 21? Okay. Oh yeah, it has to be over here. Give me just a second. I gotta refresh it real quick because you know it hates me. Oh, why does it hate me? Okay. Go, and then let me switch to this. Calypso, you're up first. He pushes you and him away, so you also get pushed to like back here.
I think the first thing I'm gonna do
Mm-hmm.
first, do I still have the Son of Envy?
I will say for instances right now, it is fluctuating.
Okay. I know I was trying to get rid of it.
I know. It's like it's almost gone. Um, but you know, there's still a few stings left.
Okay.
If at any point you're ready to fully relinquish it, if you want to do it right now, if you're ready to fully relinquish it, if it's ready to be gone, it I will start stating what happens as it disappears. So is Calypso fully ready for Envy to go?
She fully
Okay.
believes that she no longer
Okay.
should have envy.
Understood. Envy fades, and in place of it, a new sort of like almost like burning sensation appears down your arm. Wrath is appearing, but the question that will come from Wrath is, can you live in rage for the end of your days?
I I don't think she wants to be angry forever. I think in this moment
Mm-hmm.
it's just focused on him,
Then
and when
Wrath.
he's gone.
Yep. Okay.
So
Okay. So Wrath will instead do this. Rather than have my power, I will gift you a spark. So, during this fight, and until this fight ends, and Calypso's father is however Calypso wants him, you are raging, Calypso. You can still cast spells. You are just under the effects of raging. It does not mitigate any of your class abilities. You just get resistance to all bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, as well as you cannot be charmed at all or frightened while in this form, and all of your attacks that are strength based get an additional +3 damage.
okay. Okay, I need to play this smart.
You also have
All
advantage
right.
on all strength checks and saves.
I am going to cast Mirror Image.
Yep. Let me copy Calypso. Calypso A.
Okay. I don't know. It says 3 illusionary
Oh,
duplicates.
that's right. Sorry.
So I need to mark that off.
Hold on. I don't like how it's doing that. So let me delete this one and delete this one. But you can continue with what you're doing. I'm getting these copies.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing
Okay,
as a bonus action.
I got you. We'll just say all the Calypso A's are your mirror images. I know they overlay over you, so I'm just gonna put you all next to each other and then link you together.
Okay. Trying to figure out. I guess as a bonus action, I will Misty Step towards him.
Okay. 30 feet?
Yep.
Alright, so from there to there, so 30 feet would be... I gotta put you a little bit back. Right there. 30 feet from where you were.
And that's all I got for now.
Okay. He will look at you, Calypso, and you will hear him say, "You had the chance for greatness. We could have ruled together. But your humanity was Not fun. And you watch as his form begins to sort of like melt away, revealing what he truly looks like underneath. And you see this.
It's pretty sick, actually.
Thank you. Let me just quickly put that in the Discord for y'all. So on his turn, he will look at you, Calypso. He will stabilize one of his rotating cores as a free action at the start of his turn, and he will choose Defensive Matrix. Actually, no. He's going to do Offensive Matrix. And I'm going to... He pulls out like this beam, and it's an eye of one of his other variants, and it lets out this beam at you. So please let me know if a... Where did that go? There it goes. So that would only be a 16, so that doesn't hit. Let's try again. Okay, so 17 plus 13, so that would be 30 to hit.
Even if I shield, it would still beat it. Okay.
All right. 68 plus the offensive matrix. There we go. This is all force damage. You have resistance to force?
Yes.
Cool. So you will take half of this. So you will take half of 38 force damage. And you cannot benefit from any magical movement next turn, which means you cannot teleport, Misty Step, or Dimension Door.
Okay.
Okay. He will then hover over here, and he will hold his hand out as a bonus action, and he will siphon, and you watch as a person begins to scream in like a muffled sound as he rips flesh and bone between these this chest that they were held in and pulls it onto his body. And you look, and he looks even stronger now. He looks at you, Calypso, and says, "I'll save the one I have a gift for you last, because it'll be a sweet treat when you find out what I did." Your turn,
Right,
Calypso.
give me just a second.
You're fine. Your turn.
Okay. So the image that you pulled up for him, he looks like he's got metal on his body.
We sure do.
He sure do. Okay.
Sure do.
I have so many shields. Trying
Your
to find what I'm
37
looking for. I do. This is a con save. It's a whole action to do it, though. I don't know. I guess I'm just... How far away am I? Are these the little squares, the movement ones?
Yeah, you'll use the ruler, so measuring from where you are to him, you are 24 feet from him because of how big he is.
Okay. So that thing that we talked about, if you'll let me do it.
Yeah, go for it. I'm
that
totally
whole
down.
heat metal on my hammer and attack it.
Yeah, I'm totally down for you doing that. You'll just take damage also.
Or I could do green flame blade.
You can.
Still fire.
It is.
And you said I can have 3 attacks, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna move up on him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast green flame blade.
Okay.
And I'm gonna fucking swing.
Hit him. Hit him with your best shot.
This is where you tell me like 30 doesn't hit. Okay.
Is that what you rolled?
No.
Okay.
Not yet. 23. Oh, that's a natural one.
That is a natural one.
Lucky?
Yeah.
35.
35 does hit.
Okay. 26.
26 does hit.
And I'm sure does a 24 hit?
24 misses.
24 misses, okay. So I got at least 2 strikes. Okay. Let me check something real quick. God, this hammer does so much shit. I always forget. Okay.
Yeah, that's how the
Where's
DM
my list of things that I can do?
That's how the DM truly wins.
Yeah, for real.
He's like, I'm sorry, you missed this one ability.
Is he considered a creature corrupted by unstable magic?
Yes.
Okay, so I deal extra damage to him then.
Yes, you do.
That's an additional extra damage becomes 3d8. Okay. I need him to make a strength saving throw unless he can't be knocked prone.
Okay, string save. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I gotta fucking remember what the strengths are.
I get a 13 out of this roll. So that's 5 plus 13. That puts me at 18.
You needed a
I
25.
fail.
Okay, so he's knocked prone. So would I have gained advantage on that one I missed?
Yeah. I'll let you reroll it.
$29.
Shield.
Bitch. Okay. Okay. Then his movement speed is reduced to 0, if it can be.
It is. So it's reduced to 0. And go ahead and do your damage.
Okay. So it's 3d8 plus 2, so 5d8. So this 16 plus 12 plus 25.
25? Okay.
So 28 plus 25 is at 53.
Okay. You hit him. That does some damage.
I don't think. Bonus action, let me see. Actions, bonus actions. Wait a minute. was trying to think of what my fighter stuff does, because I have the extra dice.
Yep.
Shit.
Battle Master stuff.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
What did I click? Okay. I'm scrolling forever just to get down to my fighter stuff.
That's crazy. Wonder how much Artificer shit you have. Maybe next time don't take that
A
Artificer
lot of
class.
shit.
Isn't that crazy, Q?
Did you say something to me?
I said, yeah. I said, isn't that crazy, Q? She's just scrolling through all of her Artificer stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing one of your
He's
combat.
already done
No,
that.
you're doing one of your combat superiority die.
Yeah, but I was trying to figure out how, like, what I could do to use them, but I've already... He's already prone, attacking me, and there's no one else to give a commander strike to, so...
I mean, you can
I
still
was trying to figure out if I could use it.
goading attack. I mean, even though it makes it to where you can't target other people, it can still be used regardless if you're the only person there.
I didn't know if I could use it to add it to a roll that I already made.
It's added to your damage.
To my damage.
Yep.
Okay, I didn't know if I could add it to, like, the attack that I missed.
Yeah, it's just added to your damage.
Okay.
So it's an extra D8.
I think that's all that I could do right now because I don't have, like, bonus action to use right now.
Okay. That's it for you?
Unless I... What was it called? Get another attack. Oh, action surge is what it's called.
Mm-hmm. Do you wish to do that?
I've only got one. I think I'll save it for now.
Okay. So that's it?
Yep.
Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dispel magic on your mirror images. So please go ahead and roll me a... Oh, no, I roll it. What level did you cast mirror image at, or was it just off like an item?
I cast it at 2nd level, I believe.
Okay. So I need to beat... It's just like counterspell. So the DC is 10 plus the spell's level.
Can I give him disadvantage?
It's dispel magic, so how are you giving me disadvantage? Are you wanting to make it a lucky?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll roll again. So I got a 9 plus my bonus, which would put me at 19.
Oh, if your bonus is that fucking high, don't even worry about it.
Alrighty. Hey.
Unless you rolled a natural 1.
I mean, there is a chance. Do you want me to do it? You tell me. Completely up to you. If you don't want to use it, then we won't use it, and I will just continue with the 19 that I got.
Just, fuck it. Do it.
Okay. See. I did get lower, but it's an 18.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Okay, so for right now...
Can I counterspell?
You can counterspell. Okay, so go ahead, and what level are you casting counterspell at?
I'm using it from my item, so
Okay,
I
so
think it's automatically just 3rd level.
Okay, then you counter my dispel.
Okay.
That was so rude. Anyway, now I'm going to hit you. Let's correct one of my things. There we go. And now I am in attack stance. So that is a 16, which does miss. 16 plus 13, so that puts us at 29.
I don't have a reaction, so.
Yep.
But I will roll to see if you hit one of my.
If you want to wait, because I have 1 second. You're good. You're good. So 4. Does that mean one of your things go away?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go ahead and get rid of them. One of them. There we go. We'll get rid of that one. All right. So the next one, the next attack I rolled was only a 5 plus my bonus. That puts it at 18. That does not hit you. And my last attack, since you're within melee range. Yep. Nope. I don't hit you. Fine. I will then bonus action correct error, and you'll watch him sort of vanish and then reappear over here. And then that is it for my turn. Your turn.
God, I've actually not fucked with any of my spells.
Oh, who needs spells? When you got my machine and scary needles.
How far? Let me see. Get the ruler out. That's the wrong thing. So he is... Okay. So I could get back on him if I needed to. I will move back up to him and just do my attack again.
Okay. As you... Oh, hold on. Let me relock the group together. There we go. So as you move up to him, as soon as you get within 20 feet of him, I need you to make me an intelligence saving throw.
$19.
Okay. While you're within... Excuse me. So since you did fail, do you want to use a lucky?
Flash of Genius.
What does that put you at?
26.
Okay, so you beat it. So you only take half damage and no other effects happen. That is half of 15, so you take 7. 7's psychic.
So looking at this one. Okay. Action. Roll back up. Nope, I need to mark off my Flash of Genius. That's Tinker's Magic. I don't know where it is. I'll find it in a minute.
All good.
Okay. $32.
32 hits.
37.
Hits.
29.
I'm going to shield.
Okay. So... Oh, and I should have said Green Flame Blade. Sorry.
You're fine, I figured.
Okay. So 9, 12, and then 23.
Okay. And that's from all your hits?
Yes.
Okay. You watch as you're about to deal, like, I think, like, total over 40 damage. It's like, what, 44
I
total?
think so.
You watch as you're about to hit him, and you see him smirk, and he flicks one of his fingers up, and this, like, cascading rune effect happens around him. He uses his own lattice probability calculation, and he reduces the damage he takes by 20. Alrighty. Bonus action?
I don't have a bonus action, but I really suck at remembering what this hammer does. Can I get another strength saving throw?
Yeah. Roll this, and then add 13 to it. So that's 29.
Okay, so he's not knocked prone. Okay, let's see. I can learn things. Where'd they go? I think I scrolled down too far.
There we go.
Can I learn a vulnerability?
Yes. Vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities and defenses. I have resistance to any spell. I have immunity to poison, necrotic, psychic. And I am not vulnerable to any one thing.
So he's resistant to magic and immune to psychic.
Poison, necrotic, psychic.
Poison, necrotic, psychic. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, his speed was reduced to 0.
Okay. I will not move again. I will just teleport. At the end of your turn, I will legendary action, and I will attempt to hit you again. So that is a 6 plus 13, so that only puts it at a 19, so that misses. Okay. There we go.
Is he taking an action, or was that it?
That was his legendary action. I'm looking what he's doing. There we go. Okay. So he will now do... Yeah, fuck it. He's gonna cast a spell on you. Or attempt to. I need you to please make me a wisdom saving throw.
Lucky.
Okay, go ahead.
20. I assume that probably fails.
It does fail. Do you have another lucky? Or is that it?
I've already used... Did I use my reaction this turn?
You have not used your reaction this turn?
Flash of Genius.
Okay, what's that put you at?
27.
Okay, yeah. You resist hold monster.
Am I a monster?
Monster counts any creature. You choose a...
Oh.
So that's like... So hold person can only talk to people. Hold monster, everything.
Gotcha.
Alrighty. So that fails. He will then bonus action, which means he teleports away. over to here. And he is going to translocation beam. So I need Calypso to please make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, that was almost a natural 20.
It was.
I'm sure it fails.
It does.
Okay.
Okay, so you take 46 points of poison damage, and your skin is now an eerie shade of green, and you are poisoned.
Okay, hold on.
No problem.
Okay, that's a reaction, so I can't use that. You said how much damage?
46. Let me make sure. Yep, 46.
And I'm not poisoned?
And you are now poisoned, and your skin is an eerie shade of green.
Well, that's a good thing that's a bonus action then, so...
Okay, and that is my turn. Goes to you.
Bonus action.
Yep.
Lesser restoration.
Counterspell. And it is a 3rd level counterspell. Unless you're upcasting Lesser Restoration, I am casting it at 3rd level.
I have to check. Because I have it through...
If it
Do I have
okay. If it's through an item, then it just gets you just get to free use it, but it's only at the level, the base level, which is 2 for Lesser Restoration.
Oh no. Oh no, it's not through an item.
Okay, cool. If you can upcast it, you are free to upcast it, and I will roll.
Yeah.
You just gotta let me know what spell level you casting it at, so that way I know what my
I can
DC.
I can only cast it at 3rd level.
I mean, there's always a chance I roll a 1.
Okay.
Okay. I will roll. That is a 19. Sorry, darling, but some diseases are meant to stay.
Oh, counterspell.
Counterspell my counterspell?
I counterspell your counterspell.
Okay. It is countered. You get to have Lesser Restoration then.
Okay.
Trying so hard to survive in a world that just doesn't want you anymore.
How much am I down? I can survive a little bit more before I have to heal. So that was my bonus action and reaction, so I will... Smacking him seems to be doing okay, so we'll just smack him again.
Okay.
Get back up there. Every time I try to scroll up, it starts refreshing my page. Okay. $29.
I'm gonna go ahead and shield it. 41.
41.
That hits.
38.
That hits.
Okay. 10 plus 10
20 damage.
plus
25.
25.
Wonderful. Okay.
Strength saving throw.
$11 plus 13. That puts me right at 14. No, 24. What the fuck?
Failed.
Yep.
So he's knocked prone.
Yep.
So, and then speed is reduced to 0 again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's anything else I can glean from him. I already gained that knowledge. I already know he's magically altered.
Yep.
Um, is there any obvious weak point?
Core. His core.
His core in his chest, which means I would have to hit it. Would be a higher AC.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that's all I got.
Okay, legendary action. After your turn, I'm going to disintegrating scream. I need you to please roll me a Constitution saving throw. And since you are a stitched together person, you have disadvantage. So if you already have advantage on con, it's just a straight roll.
I do.
Okay.
So just a straight roll then.
Yep.
All right. 21.
Saves it by the dot. So you take half. So you take half damage, and no other debilitating effects happen. So you'll take half of this. So you'll take half of 89 necrotic damage.
I don't think I have resistance to that. No. Half of 89, so that's 40. 5?
44 because 90 is 45. So we'll do 44.
Okay.
And then on his turn, he will then bonus action Badoo. And he will look at you, and he is going to say to you, "You had a chance to be the most powerful you could be." And he is going to cast on you. Let me get to the spell list right there. I need you to please... Yeah, he's gonna power word kill you. You're not below 100, I believe, so it doesn't outright kill you, but you do take 12d12 psychic damage. Is there anything you would like to do?
I think I've already used my reaction.
Okay. I did not know if you
And
had...
I don't think...
Okay.
Hold on.
So that is...
I mean, I have absorb elements, but that's... Can't use it.
So this is psychic damage, and you take... I think it's 80... What was it? 86 points of psychic damage. He is then going to fire his laser and attempt to hit you from his cannon shoulder. Plus 13, 8, 9, 10, 11. That would be 21. 21 doesn't hit you.
Nope.
Okay. That's that. Yeah, that's all I can do. Okay, your turn. What does Calypso do?
I'm going to use a spell through my hammer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to power word heal myself.
Understood.
Which brings me back to full health. That's besides move, that's all I got, but
Okay. I mean, you fully healed yourself. That's something. He's gonna look at you and
Yeah.
say, we can keep going around and around, Calypso, but at some point you can just give up.
Did you raise me to give up?
To be fair, I built you to survive, so I guess there's that. Calypso, next to you in the chest that you're next, I need you to make me a perception check.
24.
For the 24, you hear, Calypso, help me.
Calypso help me, is that what you said?
Yes.
And I don't know what's in. Do I recognize the voice or anything?
Make me a history check with advantage.
$29.
It sounded like your father.
I don't know how to help him. I already used my action. Shit, so I'm sure it's an action to open it.
You get an in 5e in 5.5e, you get an object interaction action, so you still have that.
I guess I will move and try to open it.
Okay. Yeah, you just pull open the door, and what you see is a very hurt, a very scarred version of your father, but there's something different about him. Calypso, you're not sure how you know this information, but this version of your father that you're looking at is the one from your timeline that died. And he is very much alive. How do you like my gift? Save the best for last, I suppose.
What did he do to the first chest?
He absorbed it and ripped out the innards and merged it with his body.
Is he... So this one's very hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure he's planning on doing the same thing to this one.
Yes.
I wish I had any bonus action heals, but I don't. I don't know if he'd be able to help. If he's just gonna absorb him, then I doubt he'd be able to help me fight if I healed him. I don't know.
Do you ask him?
I ain't got anything.
Do you ask?
Would you be able to help? Yeah.
He kind of points down and says, "Pocket." You can take the initiative to sort of like grab whatever is in his pocket, and what you pull out is this small sort of like vial of like very colorful but reactive liquid, and he says, "Throw it in the core."
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I guess I'll end my turn.
Okay. Orin will make his way over and just say, "Oh, a fitting family reunion, wouldn't you say?"
Fuck off.
He reaches over the other chest, not the one you're at, and he siphons out of that one, and you watch him restore himself
To like full?
to full.
Son of a bitch.
He then looks at you and says, "Having fun yet, daughter?" And he is going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Okay. So, you are held. The held condition via held monster is
What did I roll? Shit.
you got a wisdom save. It was a 17 that you got.
See if I can find. I haven't found it yet. I
You're
know I've
fine.
used 3 of them or 2 of them. Where the fuck are they?
They should be at the very bottom of your feats page if you're looking for luckies.
There it is. There it is. Yes. Does what is that? 17 plus 7.
17 plus 7? Yeah, you resist it. You are not held. So far.
Okay.
Okay. He is going... Yeah, no, that's it. That's all he can do. Your turn.
Throw it in the core.
Okay, make me an attack roll.
With my weapon? Or...
No, this would be... So what you're going to use, because you're throwing in an object, I would say a ranged attack, so use your fucking...
Magic?
I was gonna say your lightning launcher, since it's a ranged attack. It's not a magic attack. You can use
Okay.
lightning launcher intelligence ranged attack, so the one that gives you plus 12.
Okay. Okay, come on, baby.
22.
2.
That one does miss. It sort of clatters to the floor. It doesn't break. You can run over and grab it, and if you want, you can... I mean, you don't have to throw it. You can try to climb on him and just fucking stab it in.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, you run over, grab it, and yeah, you're grabbing onto him to try to grapple. Well, not grapple him, but you're grabbing onto him, and you climb up. Make me... We're gonna do... Make me a strength saving throw. Against him.
It's a +0. Okay, let's go.
But you do get your reaction back.
17.
17 does not. Are you wanting to use the +7 on your saving throw to make it higher? Because you do get your reaction back at the start of your turn.
Yep.
Okay. You are able to succeed and grab on, and you toss it into the, like, you jab it into his core.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you do, you feel him go, "No! What are you doing?" As you watch it sort of expand rapidly inside of him, and he releases out this sort of like explosive wave. I will ask you, Calypso. Are you wanting to try to take the impact for your father that's in the chest that's still alive, or are you just trying to get to safety?
I'll take the impact.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a con save.
$18.
Okay. So that does fail. But this is force damage, so you're resistant to force.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's 149 force damage that you will take half of.
Calculator. 149 divided by 2. Okay.
All right, and then he gets thrown down to this. Oh, I can't do that. It has to be the DM. There you go. Size, small, medium. He looks at you, broken and hurt. You will die. No. Can't die here. Is what you hear him say. I have so much work to do. And he's going to hold out his hand. And he's going to look at you, Calypso. You're like a child that's spilt all over the floor. clean up your mess. And he will flick over to you, this like green, like small green sort of like ray, and it passes you and hits your father. And you do not have any reactions. So
Nope.
you watch as you hold your father in hand, and your other father that you just decimated his core on, he goes to his knees, and you're watching as body parts begin to sort of like slosh off of him, ripping through his body, kind of like clumps onto the floor. And anger pulses through him. But you focus on your father, and you hear him say, "Hey, I'm gonna go for a bit, but just know, you were not a science experiment to me." And he turns to dust as he is disintegrated. And you watch as your father, we'll call him the mad scientist. The mad scientist completely crumbles into body parts as he collapses onto the floor. Coming out of his chest is this like green stone, which is the transmutation artifact. And he looks at you and says, "Looks like in the end, Calypso's alone." And he dies.
I have already mourned my father's death twice. I acknowledge that he's gone again, but I'm not going to dwell.
You look at...
And I walk over.
Mm-hmm. You walk over.
Okay, go ahead.
No,
Go
you're
ahead.
no, you're fine. You walk over. Where are you walking to?
I am going to pick up the artifact.
You do.
And I'm going to look at the mad scientist.
Yep.
I'm going to say, even though he's dead, it looks like he failed again. What a shame. And I'm going to walk on his corpse as I leave the room.
As you walk on his corpse and leave the room, you feel this power pulse around you as envy and wrath fully leave you. You feel this strength swell within you, and you hear Echo say, "Calypso, you aren't alone, but I am sensing another life form." Echo points you to the direction where this life form is, and you walk over to this crate, and as you pry it open, you see a small child, maybe around the age of like 12. She has about 3 foxtails, and she is so silent. Her eyes just stare at yours.
Is she me?
She was a possible version of you. She is not a lattice, but she was constructed. You kind of look at the box that she's in, and you realize the box she was put in by the mad scientist is a box that would fit in a cremation. Just another failed product.
I will reach my hand out very slowly, and I'll say, "You're safe now."
She says nothing, and she grabs this small, like, very broken doll. It's like a teddy bear almost. Like the arms have been ripped off of it, an eye is falling out. She clings to it, and she grabs your hand, and she steps out with you. And she sort of looks around and says, "Is he gone now?"
He's gone. And I want to reach out and I want to cast Mending on her.
She smiles and says, "He's back!"
You want to get out of here?
She just nods. Yes.
I will summon Porter.
Porter appears. Let me grab
And
him.
I will ask Porter if he would carry her out.
Porter obliges and begins to carry her out. You notice on her chest, there is an empty spot where a sphere would go. She never got equipped with a power core like you did.
Can she live without one?
Echo, sort of scans her as Porter carries her, and Echo will respond and say, "She should live a normal amount of humanoid years. Her aging may be slowed because of the scientific experiments on her, but she should live anywhere between 100 to 170 years." Unlike
As
you.
we're walking out. Huh?
Echo says, "Unlike you."
Unlike me.
Correct. You will not die of old age.
Okay. And as we're walking out, I will ask her name.
I was called, C32-4.
What would you like to be called?
Calliope.
Calliope it is.
And you guys head off toward the city. As you guys make it further and further in, the fire's still stoking in the rooms that you lit them up in. But they are of course stone rooms, so they're not immediately catching fire to everything. They are getting warm and hot. And as you continue walking with her, she looks at you and says, "So, where do we go from here?"
I'm gonna take you someplace safe where my friends are.
You have friends? What are friends?
I do. There are people who care about you and will take care of you.
Oh. Well, okay. As you step outside into the sunlight in Boulder's Gate, she looks up at the sky and she says, "Wow, I've never seen this." And in the sunlight, you can see all the wounds across her body. All the ones the darkness and shadow hid come to light. And she just stares up at the sky. Huh.
Is she actually hurt, or is it just her seams?
It's just scars at this point. She's not hurt in any way.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, the world is kind of in chaos right now. And I wish it was in better circumstances for you to see for the first time, but we're trying to fix it, me and my friends.
Uh-huh.
But now we gotta figure out how to get home.
Okay. Echo will respond and say, there is a magic item shop nearby. You might be able to ransack it for a teleportation scroll.
Very well.
Okay, let me go ahead and switch it to Baldur's Gate. As you guys make your way around, you kind of block her sight from some of the more harsher views of the city. And you step into a magic shop. It is completely empty, glass broken. Buildings around it look completely trashed. You sort of walk around and begin to look for some scrolls. Give me investigation or perception.
$31.
Alrighty. After about a few minutes of looking around, you don't find a teleportation scroll, but you do find the Staff of Teleportation.
That works.
So if you'd like to go ahead and add that to your inventory, you may.
It takes forever for the inventory to load.
It does. It does, I know. It is... Hold on. It might not be called Staff of Teleportation. What is it? Maybe it was this one. Yeah, sorry. It is the Helm of Teleportation, not Staff. That's what it is, because you wear the helmet. So if you would like, you can sort of like bog down here, since it does require attunement, and you can just sort of like unattune to something and then attune to that real quick so you have teleportation access. Unless you have a free...
I have an attunement slot.
Okay, so I mean, if you want to take a short rest and attune, you can, rather than a long rest.
Does it require attunement?
The
It doesn't.
The helm?
Hold on. Requires attunement. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't had it equipped.
You're fine.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, you can take like a short rest here, and Calliope will go like, so, are you from here?
I'm not. It's a difficult answer.
Why is it difficult?
I once existed here. But I actually come from another reality. Where I had where that mean man was much nicer.
Oh. Yeah. But you have friends here now. You didn't have friends there, did you?
I had a few. But they were really colleagues of my father. But some of them I considered friends. I don't know how they felt about me, but they were kind.
You watch.
But you're right, I do have friends here.
As you're talking to her, you see Porter walk across the street. Decimation. He then reports to you. It has been silenced. Shall I continue scouting?
Is he still holding her, or is she with me?
She's with you. He's just outside, sort of walking around the store, making sure no one gets close to it.
Gotcha.
He's basically an automatic turret. Anyone that enters within his range, you just hear a... She will then say to you, well, I guess you're really, at least you're for sure not alone here, regardless if it was an accident that brought you here or not. Kills the girl.
No, that was my short rest. Yeah, and now you're not alone, because you have me, and you'll have my friends.
Well, that's good. I didn't like being alone very much. The other girls that he had, they kind of left after a while.
And I will hug her to me as I turn my face up and try not to let the tears fall, because I know they didn't survive.
She just kind of falls asleep after a while. And after a while, you have attuned to the helm. But as you're about to activate the teleportation with you and Porter and her, the ground begins to rumble in the city. And can you and I will roll for Porter since I have his stuff pulled up, but can you roll me a dexterity saving throw? Porter's is 0.
I'm kinda lucky that.
It doesn't do damage, so if you want to hold off on your lucky, you don't have to. Porter got a nat 20, so he can, like, catch you.
Okay,
So
that's fine.
all it was to see if you fall prone.
Oh.
That's really all it was, because
Okay.
the ground itself was shaking. So all of a
Okay.
sudden, the ground begins to shake, and everything begins to sort of, like, fall off the shelves. You hear some people scream, as all of a sudden you look over at the port, and you see this massive sort of swell of energy from the sky, and then breaking down through the sky, you see this massive purple gemstone land, and it explodes throughout the city. The whole city is rocked. This is what you see. Echo will then respond to you. I will put where you guys are just so that way you know. I'll just drop you in. Calypso is all the way over. Yeah, you guys were over here on this side, right there. So you see this like burst of energy shoot out of the sky, and you hear Echo respond, Calypso. He is anchoring to this realm. We need to leave here now.
Okay.
All right. Do you wish to cast teleport?
I do.
Okay. You think of Seymour's home. You think of it hard, and go ahead and roll me a D100.
Dear God, please don't fuck me now. 40.
All right, let's see. Because you know teleport has all those crazy rules. Okay. Let's see. All right. So, since you are very familiar with this place and you have visited often, when you cast this spell and you roll a 14, you are teleported, but you are teleported pretty far away from where Seymour's tree is located. But as you land there, and begin to make your way towards Seymour's tree, you see this. Go. We'll say you come running in as an explosion happens that knocks you back down again in like the forest of mushrooms. and you watch as you see another one of those purple egg things land and begin to siphon the energy from Seymour's home. And as you're running to them as quickly as you can, you see Seymour Lacrum finishing a spell. And as he does and begins to try to rush into the tree that's beginning to like vanish, you watch as Seymour Lacrum vines begin to wrap around him and stab into his legs. And he is pulled into the gym. And the tree in front of you completely vanishes.
And I have no idea where they just set everybody.
Not currently. The girl Calliope looks at you and says, what is that?
Nothing good.
Where are your friends?
They were in that tree that just disappeared.
You will get a message from Ivan that says, if you make it back, we're not there. We don't know where we are. We'll try to see if we can locate landmarks. Be safe, Calypso.
Can I respond to the message?
Yeah, it's sending, so you get 25 words.
We just made it back. I seen you guys leave. Please let me know where you are.
Okay. And in next episode of Divinityless, we find where the party is. Calypso still on Seymour's continent that is slowly breaking apart because all the magic is being siphoned out of it. And the party of adventurers now elsewhere. See you all next time.
Good shit.